Welcome back to another video, guys, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're taking another stroll through the city, as you can see, and we're going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights, updates, and some speculation as well. All right, today we're walking across the street like civilians, no jumping. My knees hurt, that's why. So trying to, give them a break. Last time around, the impact was too tough. But all right, before we get into the nitty gritty, my name's Eddie. If you haven't been to the channel before, this is Eddytainment. On this channel, we cover everything from theme parks, horror, travel, and much more. So if that's your thing, make sure to browse my videos through my channel, subscribe to show your support, like this video if you enjoy it, and let's get into it. All right, guys, we're taking a little break to eat some breakfast at a local breakfast place here. So let's start off with just some minor updates that we've had. All right, so first and foremost, we can start off with some simple things, which is basically the Halloween Horror Nights website. If you look through the website, the first thing that we've known for some time now, and we're just reiterating at this point, is that the event is running September 10th through November 1st. That is still on the website and has not been announced that it would be changing, given the circumstances. So I think we could be pretty confident that that's gonna be the dates. Now, you also have ticket options, and let's see, there you go. And then as far as the ticket options go, you really only have one available ticket option, at least on the website, which is the buy an event night, get an event second night free. And that is good up till July 22nd, 2020. I think this year, in prior years, I would have not recommended this ticket. I would have recommended a Frequent Fear Pass, and it seems like there's a potential that we may be getting a Frequent Fear Pass. We'll talk about that next, but this may actually be a pretty good buy, and mostly if you're just going for like a short weekend or something like that. But that's about it on the website. Let's see. They have like a few things that you could like scroll through to see, but the majority of them say check back, except for hotel and ticket options. So there's already some package options that you could choose that would include that buy one get one free ticket. But as far as annual pass holders, it says keep checking back. Event extras, check back for extra chills. The next thing is, I know that overseas in the UK, they've already started releasing some additional tickets. Typically, they get tickets in advance, just because if you're coming from the UK, you have to have a lot more planning for a trip to Orlando or Halloween Horror Nights. So they allow them access a little bit earlier to some of the options, like Frequent Fear Pass. Frequent Fear Pass. And somebody recently posted a picture of their recently purchased Frequent Fear Pass for Halloween Horror Nights 30. So it may be that they're the only ones that get it. It may be that we get it as well, and they're just getting it early. I'm not sure how they would control the lines or control the crowds if the Frequent Fear Pass was everywhere without disappointing people, because if they're going to have limitations on how many people could come in, then they really have to severely limit the Frequent Fear Pass so that you don't show up with your Frequent Fear Pass that tells you that you have access to all these days, and then they tell you, well, unfortunately, even though your ticket says you have access to this day, we're not going to be able to allow you in because we've reached capacity. So that's going to be an interesting one. All right, so that's basically it as far as like updates. There's a few other updates as far as like there's been some construction going on. What else? That's basically it. Hollywood has some construction. Orlando has some speculated construction from some photos that came out that I'm not too sure of, so I don't want to back or confirm that those are true. But let's get into some of the speculation. So as far as speculation goes for the event, we have really 3 properties that are speculated to come to the event, and but we're going to start off with the one that I think is most likely and also most people want at the event. Before we do that, once again, I gotta order my Starbucks. This is a Starbucks run vlog update, okay? Let's see here. Oh, this new lens. Look at that crispy photo with the nice blurred background. Starbucks. Now, the first property that I think without a doubt may be coming to the event, which makes no sense, without a doubt, may be coming, possibly, kind of, not really, but I'm sure of it, is Netflix's The Haunting of Hill House. That is a property that everybody's been talking about. It was on the first speculated maps, so a lot of people kind of rode that and took it to the bank. I think you can. If IPs are returning, which at the end of this video I'll talk a little bit about the potential of IPs not returning, The Haunting of Hill House just makes sense. It's too easy. They have a great partnership with Netflix, and it looks like Stranger Things may not be coming back this year. So who else than that particular property would take the like main honcho house at Halloween Horror Nights, and then we would get it on both coasts, got across the street, both Orlando and Hollywood, and who knows, maybe some of the overseas Halloween Horror Nights as well. Now the next house is the rumored IP house that both coasts would share again. I think a lot is going to be shared this year, and mostly with everything that's going on, they're going to want to simplify the rollout of this event as much as possible. So one commercial for both ends, and then hopefully we get a lot of the same stuff at both ends, so that, you know, the people who would typically go to both coasts but are now not able to won't feel like they're missing out. So I gotta switch hands real quick. This new setup is a little bit heavier, but that the rumored IP house is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think I was watching SoCal Exploring talk about this. Shout out to SoCal, shout out to the Blues Brothers, everybody, Hotline, Anthony, Sammy, Losh, Connor, Chris, everybody, shout out to you guys. I keep shouting these guys out because we're a group of content creators that works really well together. We've done some content together, so make sure to check those guys out. But back to the topic is Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, which I think will be coming. And I was talking on a podcast that should be releasing today with Anthony that when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, a lot of this event was built on the back of the Titans of Terror, which are Michael, Freddy, Leatherface, and Jason. And those guys, they deserve a spot at the event every single year. At least one of them per year, I'm more than open to. So if this year we're not getting Halloween, then Leatherface would be great. But if we get Halloween, then I don't need Leatherface. But we'll see. We all know that I have a strong bias towards Michael Myers. Now let's get into the third speculation. All right, but before we get into that, gotta be socially responsible, put on a mask. I'm gonna pick up my Starbucks really quick. Be right back. Whew, too close. All right. We got our, flip you guys down a little bit, pull you out. All right, we got our Starbucks, our energy juice, and we're ready to talk about that last house. So that last speculated house, at least from today's video, we're only sticking to 3, there's probably going to be 10, is the anniversary house. So the anniversary house is something that is inevitable. It's 30 years of Halloween Horror Nights. Unfortunately, it's going to be under different circumstances, and hopefully I'm confident that Universal will pull this off and do a great job. But that leaves this anniversary house that is a mandatory thing, which means they got to add, you know, some of the people of the past, which Jack is probably going to be strongly featured in this house, as well as some of the other people like the caretaker. Whew, you guys are getting heavy. You guys just had breakfast. I'm gonna set you guys down real quick. All right, I got you guys set down. My arms could relax a little bit and we could talk comfortably. So that anniversary house, it's inevitable. Like I said, you're gonna have a strong presence with Jack being featured, the caretaker. You probably are gonna have the usher, the storyteller, also somewhere in there with some other icons also mixed in between. I can only imagine there's gonna be some Cary, Ohio mixed into there. The legendary Truth, all these different things that we've experienced throughout the years that have made this event amazing, all in one house. So I'm really looking forward to this particular house. The 3 that I mentioned today, I think have a high likelihood of being at the event, but there is something that may hold them back, and it's given everything that's been going on, which I'm gonna pick you guys back up. We're gonna make the final walk over to my house, back to my house, and talk about this last little bit. All right, guys, and for this last bit, something that I'm hoping I'm wrong about, and I don't really wanna give too much time of the video, but the potential that there won't be any IP houses at the event. I think very unlikely, but I've heard a couple rumors, so I just wanted to touch on it. There's, circumstances in the world right now with the global pandemic that are affecting people's finances, even for large companies like Universal Studios. So there's been rumor that maybe they don't have any IP houses because they're cutting back on budget, or they have very little IP houses. So maybe there's only one staple IP house, and then the rest is all originals, which wouldn't be bad. Original houses tend to be amazing. So it's something that I would slightly support, but I do love walking through some of my favorite movies. Alrighty guys, as usual, the video has to come to an end. I know you guys want to keep on watching, but just click that bell notification button to keep you informed. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to show your support, and as always peeps, don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?